Yeah, what's up, YouTube? Uh, this is just gonna be a quick video. So yeah, this is just definitely not gonna be um, the most important thing to say, but yeah, definitely thinks that I found a new strategy to win slots, and I'll tell you, I've already tried this strategy out, and I have won um, on about $260 within the span of two days of playing at slot machines. But how much profit did I make? I made pretty huge profit. Sacrificed about what? I want to say $30. So sacrificed $30 to make $260. Obviously, it's huge profit. So yeah, I'll tell you the strategy, and that's it. Uh, so basically, and I'm not saying the other strategy I talked about doesn't work. I'm just saying that this strategy works. And honestly, this is the better strategy, in my opinion. So, for a lot of reasons, I want to say that you can do this strategy on your mobile device, or you can do it at a slot machine. It doesn't matter. It'll work either way. What you basically do is you want to start off betting with low amounts of money, and when you're down to your last amounts of money left, you want to. It's only then that you want to start to bet higher amounts. Um, so, and that's the first part of it. That's the first requirement. Well, you can win big doing this first one, but you're gonna win even bigger if you also do this second one. The second one is you just need to feel good about yourself. You just need to feel good, and you basically need to, and feel good, you need to basically uh, make sure that you control your emotions, and make sure you are improving how well you feel. Say you first sit down when you're at the slot machine. From the moment there onward, you need to be making sure you're feeling, monitor how you're feeling, and examine your emotions, control them. And if you start off feeling, you know, a certain negative emotion of, say, anger, control your anger the best you can, and basically just do that, and that's it. And and the less bad you feel, the easier it's going to be to remember how to bet low and then bet high in that specific order. And there's a science behind this and a reasoning behind this, just as there is for all things that I've talked about. Um, and that's basically just one thing, and that's that. Well, it scares the shit out of the people running the machines who are monitoring all the stuff. Obviously, because financially, if you bet low the entire time or you bet high the entire time, um, you're not really hurting their wallet, because if you just give them a lot of money by betting high, that's all you're doing. You give them a little bit of money and bet low the entire time. Well, you're not really doing anything that's groundbreaking. You're not helping them financially, or hurting them financially. I mean, now, if anything, you're hurting them financially, so they don't want to reward you anything. You don't want to reward somebody who pays too little. You don't want to reward somebody that pays too high, because somebody pays too high, you can just keep taking advantage of them. They'll just keep paying you a lot of money, and the more money you give to someone, the stronger you make them. You make them so strong that they don't have to give you any money. If you paid me $1 million, I don't have to give you any money. That's the position you just put me in. If I don't want to, you give me $10 once a year, I'm not going to reward you with anything, because I'm not satisfied with that payment. I'm not giving up the greater things I have than your $10 a year budget. I don't have to reward you, because somebody only gives you $10 a year is a really, really negative person. And nobody wants to reward someone like that either. So it's something in the middle ground, really. Somebody who basically backs you into the corner. They, give you not too much or too little. So, and the only way to do that in the game is really to start off betting low and then bet high, the way I said. And, that's the ultimate strategy. Like I said, the other ultimate strategy is to just feel good about yourself. And the other thing I was going to say about feeling good, if your body itches, that's also an issue. Just as much as your body can hurt, your body can itch. For all the itches you have when you're playing, scratch the itches. And also try to stay away from harsh smells. It's all the same logic. Anything that hurts your physical senses, stay away from it when you're playing. And that also increases your chances of winning big. So just do that stuff, because people who do that stuff stand out amongst the rest. And if you could stand out amongst the rest, you are scary. If you are scary, you're going to be more likely to scare the bosses of these games who are watching you. If you're more likely to do that, the bosses are more likely to want to pay you. Why? Because the bosses would rather pay someone who they think is scary. Why? Because somebody who is scary is like a boss. And bosses want to pay bosses. Bosses do not want to pay non-bosses. Why? Because bosses know that if a boss gets paid, a boss is going to do great things with the money. Smart things. Because you know how bosses think. There's a lot of mottos and phrases about bosses that describe this phenomena very easily. And it's not a coincidence. So, because they were made by bosses. So, yeah, it's really, really simple as that. So, do those things and you're going to scare the shit out of the bosses until they're backed into a corner in fear and they say, okay, you know what? You are torturing me because you are putting me through fear. The more you do this, the more tempted I am to give you money to make you stop. So if you can torture someone into giving you money, you say, hey, you give me the money, I stop torturing you in fear. So, of course, there's always an exchange. To give you must receive, to receive you must give. In this case, it's just, what are you giving to your bosses here, in this case? And it's a psychological game here. I mean, every game is just a game of psychology, and, what do you give to the bosses of what game you're playing is what determines if you win the game or not, and that's it. So yeah, now obviously it's better for me to make this video than not, because it's better for people to know things than people to not know things. And this knowledge is not an exception. So yeah. But anyway, that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.